I used the screen to cover up all the things I hadn't done. That wasn't very well done, was it? Only human. Okay, so one person on board already. How cool is that? I'm only staying on till 1 o'clock, so anything after 1 o'clock I won't get around to. I have a reading at 1:30, so I need to get up and organised. Hey Caitlin, how are you going? Rosie, how are you? BB girl, how are you? So lighting isn't as good. That's better. So you can see inside my wardrobe. It's lovely to see all of you here. I was half hoping I'd get on earlier today. I'm actually thinking of starting a little bit earlier because it's been so busy after the 1 o'clock. So I'll have to see next week how I go about it. As you well know, I'm sort of 90% organised, but I keep looking around thinking I have so much more to do. How are you, Sue? Because I'm thinking of all the things you can see, like it's so cluttered and busy. So I'd like to get on top of that. Okay, let's have a look for you. Hey, Anne, how you going? Welcome. I know, Caitlin, it's all over the place. And I got caught this week. Hi, Jeanette. I am. I hope you are too. I got caught this week because the states have already done their daylight saving. Hey, spirit animal. And I was doing something else and it came up and it said so-and-so is online. And I was like, no, you're an hour early. And then I went, oh, I know. It happened to me last year too. You'd think I'd know, wouldn't you? All right, Jess, let's get straight into this. What does Spirit need you to know to bring more perspective? Let's have a look. Oh, beautiful. So I'm glad you got back into the painting. Hey, Lynette, how are you going? Amanda, yay, how are you? All right, Jess, let's have a look. Okay, so Jess, there's a really big lesson you're learning here. You're coming up right. Look, I've shuffled the deck totally and utterly, and you're coming up next to an emperor. So I'd say that you're more than likely been through some sort of twin flame connection. The most important thing you're learning here, number one, is about the value of yourself, who you are and what you deserve. And this seems to be a common theme with these sort of connections. But the thing that's come up first here is the Six of Pentacles. And I've had this sort of energy the last couple of days. So I feel like a lot of people are starting to understand the whole idea of this equal give and take. And I often hear people saying, you know, it will never be equal. No, it will never be equal. But what it's saying when we talk about equal give and take is what you invest in a relationship, you should be reaping back. It doesn't have to be clinically worked out 100% each, but it's about how much you put in. So it's about having healthy boundaries. It's about understanding that you can expect your person to give back. Now, this may be in the love department, but what starts to happen in a lot of relationships is when we don't feel we're getting the love back from someone, we keep investing more and more in hope that they will see us and understand our value and see who we are. But in reality, you shouldn't have to do that. So if you've got a relationship and it's equal, then what you're putting in, you're getting back naturally. So somebody would respect you, love you, care for you in all the similar ways that you do for them. Again, it's not always completely equal. People have different ways of showing love, but you should still feel really stable and secure in a relationship. If you are questioning it, then it's obviously not right for you. What I see here is mostly the learning you've been doing here is around just that, learning when it's okay to sort of expect or ask for something and not feel like you're the one who's always doing all the work. There is a significant connection that's brought you into this space, all right? And I can see that. And I want to say to you here that the one thing that you really need to understand is how much your worth is, how much you should be able to expect from somebody that you are working with. That's equal give and take with the Six of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles says to me here that you more than likely are already receiving messages from your spirit guides on how to work with this. But the most important thing you're bringing through here is that energy of equal give and take. A lot of us are people pleasers because of our trauma backgrounds, so we tend to sort of feel we have to keep giving more to get back. If you're doing that and you notice that you're putting a lot of effort, you can't ask the other person to put it in for you, but you can step back and allow them to do that. But let's face it, at the end of the day, if you're doing all the work, some people will just allow you to do that. Codependency is a big thing. So if you've worked on codependency, then I would say you are learning that quite well. All right, Jess, let's move on. Oh. Okay, Rosie, you're up next. I much love doing this on the computer. I can see everybody. I can see the chats. It's so good. Okay. Rosie, what do you need to look at? Sue, what are you painting at the moment? I have the feeling you paint birds. I don't know if we've seen that or talked about that, but I just had birds coming in when I said that. All right, Rosie. General update from Spirit. Wow. Rosie, I have beautiful energy coming through here. I feel there's a big turnaround in your life about to come towards you here. I think sometimes when things are sort of rolling along and we're grateful and we sort of, take our time with things and we enjoy our life. But then every now and again, sort of life kicks something in that you weren't seeing coming, and something like that is about to happen here. I see the victory card, so I know it's nothing untoward. It's a pleasant, beautiful thing coming towards you, and it has something to do with celebration. So I see you celebrating either with family and friends or with people around you. There has been some walking away from something in your past that has really taxed you here. And I feel like you've been on this journey for a long time, and it's like you still have loose ends to tie up. And I feel that is coming to an end. And I really feel that the universe is bringing some reward in to signify that you've done what you need to do and you're where you need to be. So I'm feeling here with this Wheel of Fortune, the next 2 to 3 months is paramount for you. Lots of things changing, lots of things happening, all for the better, all for victory. But it's like you get to leave your past behind completely and utterly. So it's sort of like, to me, feels like you're tying up all the loose ends. All right, let's move on. Phoebe girl. Oh, she got the job offer. Yay, spirit animal. I knew you would. I knew you would. I could see that coming for a long time, but I know you wanted a particular thing, and it just felt like it was going to be something a little different. So I'm glad that you've got that. Okay. Okay, BB girl, let's have a look. Should you go? Okay, you've got 2 here. You've got two little readings here. So let's start with your spirit messages, and then we stay in order then. Okay. Oh, beautiful energy. Okay, so you are closing out some sort of cycle here. There's an opportunity for you to have a rebirth on something that's perhaps bothered you for a while. I feel like sometimes I start to read and I feel like it's a situation, but then when I sort of get to certain cards, I realize here, this isn't so much a situation as a realization for you. So I feel like you're having some sort of realization, rebirth. It's like you're becoming more in line or aligned with yourself, and you're having a realization here about something you may have been doing for a really long time and not seen it the right way. For example, let's say you always let people treat you poorly, but you're not realizing that you're letting people treat you poorly because it's something you've always done. From the time you were young, you may have always let people treat you in a way that wasn't right. Like maybe you don't speak up for yourself, maybe you close down, maybe you walk away from things without saying your piece, maybe you mull on things for hours because you're thinking about all the things you could have said and done. Whatever this is for you, it's like there's going to be a glaring realization. It's like you're going to be in the middle of something and all of a sudden you're going to go, oh my goodness, I've always done this way. I've just realized it and I need to put a stop to it. I need to bring my awareness to it. And this is going to really help you close off sort of a time in your life. And it may not just be a time. It may be that you've done this all your life, but it's going to help you close down something that has perhaps not served you all the way along. So it may be the very day that you stand up to someone and say no more. And it's taking you in a completely new direction. So you're sort of realizing your value. You may have been sort of thinking that somehow or another other people are more important than you, but you're starting to realize now your own importance. And I feel like you're ready to go in a brand new direction. And this will take you forward. So it's almost like I would say you've been quite blocked for a while with the 9 and the 10 of Wands here. There seems to be a blockage. I see with the World card that you're clearing that blockage. If you're into grab-a-boy numbers, try 91688 because that is the number to release blockages. 91688. Just repeat that number during the day. Put it on post-it notes, whatever you need to do, but it will help you clear the blockages around you. It's that whole thing that everything is on sound waves. So it's the number sort of that relates to the sound wave, because you have Judgment and the Chariot coming through. So I know there's a huge change coming for you because you're going in a brand new direction here. Now, I don't think the direction was ever not meant for you, but I feel like you've been sort of held up on your path a little bit. So something will be released. It may come as a bit of a shock when you realize it. I know that many of us, when we finally see something, we're like, oh, how did that happen? How was I doing that? What was I thinking? But then I don't think you were ready to release it before that time. So big change coming in for you. All right. And BB girl, for the second one, you've asked me about your friend and should you go? All things wavy. How you going? Itea, how you going? Oh, Vanessa, how are you? It's lovely to see you on board. All right, let's have a look. BB girl. Should you stay or should you go? Oh, you should definitely go. You may feel that you're not wanted, but I feel that may be your feelings here. I think you should go regardless. And I think you should be, if you've been invited and it's the right thing to do in terms of going, I feel that this will be really good for you. Look, at the end of the day, I feel like it will give you a lot to think about, whatever this thing is, this getting together. And if it's Kate that's not responding, it will give you the opportunity to walk up to her and say, what is the problem? There is a real energy here that you need to step into your Queen of Wands energy. You need to take charge here. I feel like somehow or another, I've got the Four of Swords here, so I feel that this may be a little difficult for you, but I'm feeling this might be why you're going through the changes, because I feel like this will give you the courage to speak up. You don't have to be, too outspoken about the whole thing, but it's okay for you to understand your importance up against somebody else. So it's like go into the place, blazing colours, and just bounce up to the person that you've got this issue with and say, hey, can we talk? What's going on? What's happening? What I feel like somehow or another that you may be blaming me for something. I need to understand what that is so I can let it go. And I think that will really help you move forward. All right. Jeanette, let's have a look at you. Jeanette. Oh, Amanda. I'm pretty sure we talked about that at some stage or another. Jeanette. You know, I feel the same way with you, Jeanette. There's somebody here sort of coming in for you. And I think you said last time that you still don't know about this, which is fine. It's possible. We get told sometimes years before that we're meant to meet someone. And it can take a number of years, if not most of your life, to finally meet someone that, you know, that you really relate to and gel with. You've still got somebody coming here. I have a feeling it may be an Aries, but you've definitely got Leo, Sag, Aries energy as well. So we have two cards that represent that. I feel really strongly that this is quite, it looks to me like it's not too far away. It feels to me that it's fairly close, but I see communication coming in, and I see some sort of energy of having to make a decision on whether you want to go towards this or not. Why would that be? Okay, so you're still not really sure whether you want to invest in a relationship for some reason. You're coming up as the Queen of Swords. You've got like some sort of fear coming through here with the Queen of Swords and the Devil energy. But I really feel that this particular situation is coming in for you to adjust to or understand. It's certainly about understanding the energy of equal give and take with that Six of Pentacles. So maybe you've been in relationships before where you haven't felt that way, but definitely feels it's coming in. And I'm pretty sure we're in Aries season now, so it could be fairly close. I don't feel like it's more than a couple of months away at most, but definitely looks as though somebody's coming towards you here. All right. Whoop. Oh, boy. Okay, we've got a lot of people on board. Okay, Amanda, love messages, please. A choice between two. Okay. Okay, one person here is somebody old because it looks like they've done the wrong thing by you before. And then you've got somebody new coming through that we have the 9 and 6 of Cups for. So if you haven't been round with one of these people once, it could be that this person may feel like it may feel like you've got a very strong past life connection with them if you've only just met them. But I feel like this person may be a lesson for you because I have the 7 of Cups and 9 of Wands. And that very much makes me feel, and they've just sent the Ace of Wands out. It very much makes me feel that you're dealing with somebody here that may be a repeating pattern for you. All right. So one of these energies comes through as a repeating pattern. The other one comes through as once you realize that you've got a repeating pattern with someone, you move in a brand new direction. And you have the 9 and the 6 of Cups coming through. So it's almost like you're being sent a fake soulmate, somebody who makes you feel really good, but may just be a repeat pattern of what you've had before, because there's sort of like a closing out and a brand new cycle starting. So I feel like you need to be really cautious about how you move forward with these people, because obviously I have no idea which one is which, but one of them is here to teach you not to repeat the pattern again. You know, so often when we've been in relationships that are narcissistic or traumatic on one way level or other, we can keep picking the same kind of person because of our abandonment or attachment issues. I guess the only way to really explain that is if you have those issues, if you have issues around those sort of things, it's very often something that's developed early in childhood. And sometimes we repeat the pattern because it's the only way we know how to be loved. And it can be quite cruel, but because it's the only way, it seems familiar to us. And I feel like you've got one relationship that's going to teach you that you've been doing things that way for a long while, and another relationship that's going to show you your true value, and somebody who's going to really love you the way you deserve to be loved. I feel actually quite emotional talking about it. So I feel that this will be a really emotional thing for you to make some sort of choice here. All righty. Okay, Vera, let's have a look. Vera. Are you looking for something more stable in your life here, Vera? There's a real feeling that you've put out to the universe that you want more than you're currently sort of receiving. Now, this could be in regards to work, could be in regards to love. But there's a real feeling here that you're either dissatisfied with the way you've been going and you've been asking for a new direction. And I see you waiting for that. And I feel like there is this sort of energy here that maybe you're not feeling noticed, or you're not getting the notice that you need. You may feel like you're, oh golly, sort of running up a brick wall, like you're not going anywhere from what you're doing. That's what it feels like to me. I feel like change is coming, and I don't feel this change is that far away. I feel like we're probably talking about the middle of the year. Now, if this is work I'm looking at here, there's a brand new direction for you. And this time around, you get to use your skills and talents in a way that feels good for you. Yeah, it's to do with work. I thought it might have been. There's an offer coming in. 8 of Pentacles came out. So you can't make this shit up, right? There's an offer coming in regards to work. Somebody is offering you work here. I can see it very clearly. But this time around, the work that you're being offered is something that is going to resonate with you totally and utterly. It's like you've been maybe doing things or going in a certain direction where you feel you haven't been really acknowledged for the skills or what you have to offer. And I feel like here you're about to, I can see it, look. The 2 and 3 of Wands, we have the Empress coming out with the Hierophant. So to me, that feels like whatever you're going to be offered here in life is going to meet what you believe you should be doing. It's meeting your energy. Really nice reading. All right, Nathia. Okay, let's have a look. Hey, warrior woman. I'm really good. I thought about you a couple of days ago, and I thought I really should organize a catch up with you. It's just been like today, for example, I changed my car, my number plates, my driver's license. I had to pay for everything again and then go back and seek reimbursements for all the money and the handing in of the plates and whatever else. Then we went to change the plates on my car. They were a different size, so I couldn't put plates on. And it was like these little simple tasks that should take next to no time at all are all full of these complications. So it's like I go to do something and I think, oh, that'll only take me half an hour, and like 3 hours later I'm finished. And it's been like that for the last couple of weeks. So I'm so close to finishing everything. So hopefully I'll be right on top of it by then. And of course, in the meantime, all the fairs are starting to come up. Don't forget, I'm at Shell Harbour this weekend for those of you who are in the area. All right, Nathia, let's have a look. Thank you for allowing me to debrief. Okay, what's Ellie's thoughts towards you? Ellie's thoughts towards you. Well, there is sadness in you walking away here. There's no doubt about that. I feel like this person has a great deal of respect for you. I can't help feeling here, which I haven't really, I don't feel, either there's some sort of difference between you here, which comes across very, very strongly, because you're coming up as the 9 of Pentacles energy. And I have the 7 of Pentacles energy here. So I feel like this person, it's almost like they want to have something going with you, but there's something that stands in the way here. And looking at this, I feel like somehow or another this person either doesn't feel good enough for you or doesn't feel they're right for you. And that's what they need to get across in this sort of energy. It's like they've got a lesson to learn. I feel that perhaps you come across as a very strong person. Maybe you're very conscious of how you act. Maybe you're really good at what you do. But I feel like for this person, it's like with this Seven of Pentacles is a card of manifestation. But I feel like this person sort of, it's not, they don't feel good by you going at all. They don't feel good by that. So maybe that would be the sort of conduit for them sort of following you up on something. So I would still wait your time, Nathia. I feel like this person's got an idea that somehow you're too good for them or you're out of their league. It could be that there's some sort of age difference, cultural difference, or something that makes this person feel they can't make something happen. But I feel like this is sort of, it's almost like it's testing them here. So I would just give it a little bit of time. I don't think he'll let you get away that easily. All right, let's have a look. Latika. Messages for Latika. Let's have a look. You are painting a room for a bird. I knew it was a bird, and I'm like, have I spoken to you about birds before? Because it came through very strongly, and I can't remember if I've said that before. Latika, you have beautiful cards coming through for you here. Something has changed for you recently. I don't know what it is, but it's almost like you may have either seen a product of your manifestation or you're about to see something you've manifested come into being. Now, sometimes when we do this, it's such a shock for us when we've asked for something and it's shown or it's given, because we may have thought that we couldn't do it. It might have taken a long time. It may come in a slightly different way, but we're not always sure that we can manifest what we want. And I feel like here you're about to see, I'll show you why. You have the Empress card, which tells me you're in the right energy for manifestation. You have the Three of Wands, which is a manifestation card. It talks about waiting for your ships to come in. You have the Nine of Cups coming through, which of course is the wish card. And then following that, you have the Victory card. Now, in all honesty, the only card that I don't have here is the Magician. But all that energy in those cards there say to me that there is an energy of manifesting something and it being shown to you. I have the Two of Pentacles here with the Nine of Wands. So I feel like somehow or another, you may have given up on something. You may have perhaps got yourself into a logical mindset where you sort of felt, okay, I'll let it go. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And you may be quite comfortable there now. But I feel like you've almost given up on something and it's about to show itself to you. And I feel not only is this a victory, but it feels to me with that Nine of Cups that it's something you really wanted. Beautiful reading, really nice cards. All right, Lynette, let's have a look for you. Okay. Lynette. Okay, Lynette, I feel like here Spirit is saying to you, don't give up on something, all right? That's the main message coming through here. The Ten of Pentacles is here. And it is followed by the Four of Cups. You have the Ten of Wands and the High Priestess. And that energy there makes me feel like there is something you want to do or somewhere you want to go or something you want to achieve. And I don't know if you've given up on it already, because the High Priestess sort of tells me that you know you're meant to do this, or it is part of your destiny, or whatever it is for you. It's almost like you have this inner knowing that something's supposed to happen. I feel here the universe is saying to you, don't give up on it. Whatever you're doing, keep going, because it's about to manifest for you with that Ten of Pentacles. Now, that could be money. It could be a windfall or some sort of inheritance, whatever it is. It feels to me like it's financial, and I feel like I need to say to you, don't give up on that dream. It is still there for you and it's still coming towards you. It just may not be in the time that you've wanted it. You know, it's really hard sometimes when you feel a little defeated to keep in that attitude of gratitude. And yet I feel that that is the most important time to be like that. So if you're feeling flat and sad or unhappy or finding something a drudge or things aren't moving quick enough, make sure you're doing your gratitude stuff. First thing in the morning, thank the world for everything that you have in your life. Find at least 5 reasons to have gratitude for something. And before you go to bed at night, do the same thing. And it's really funny because they always talk about, for example, a smile. It releases certain hormones. So even if you're feeling down and flat, if your head is up and you're smiling, you have more opportunity to get into a better energy than you are if you're feeling flat and defeated. So whatever is going on here, don't get into any sort of energy that is sort of impeding your progress, I want to say. I feel like something is coming that looks really good, but it may seem that it's taken a long time. All right, Vanessa. Lovely, Vanessa. How lovely to see you on board. Will G and you get another chance at love together? You're trying very hard to manifest it, and there is abundance here. So I would say to you, yes. The only thing I have here that makes me feel a little bit concerned is you have the Devil card here over the Empress. So I do feel you're trying to manifest a new beginning with the Magician card, and I feel that all sort of signs look good here with this 10 of Pentacles, but I have to be really honest with you. I feel like somehow or another this person is not really, they're not gelling with your energy. That's probably the nicest way I can put it. I feel like you are coming across as the Empress, which is absolutely beautiful. You're understanding your own value here. But when I see the Devil card, I just feel like somehow or another maybe you're not seeing this person for something about them or some way that they are. The universe is really sort of coming across with this Queen of Swords energy. And I feel like if you want another chance with this person, perhaps make sure you take them off the pedestal and have a really good look at them. Because I feel like somehow or another you're not using your logical mind here. You're maybe very much in your emotions, trying to get something going from the emotional state. But I really feel here you need to come from the energy of the Empress. So something doesn't feel quite right in this to me. And I feel like even if you get another opportunity, approach it in a very different way. Try and be like the Queen of Swords. Ask the questions, be direct, but look at things for what they are. You may not see something here that you need to make sure you're on top of before you go any further. But it definitely looks like you have another opportunity. All right. Lovely Lenore. You're welcome, Rosie. Thank you. Moira, how are you going? It's lovely to see you on board. Okay, let's have a look. Warrior woman. Okay. Lenore, there's sort of aspects of your life that look like they're really going fast and moving ahead very, very quickly here. And I feel you feel really good about that. So it's like you've got some aspects of your life perfectly in place and you're rolling with the punches there. There is something else, however, that is still holding you back that needs to be closed out with the World and the Ten of Swords. And there's communication here. And I have a feeling that either you're waiting on something in terms of communication when it's like the whole of your life is moving forward in a really good direction, but you've got something that is almost like a thorn in your side. And I almost want to say the feeling I get with it, that there's this sort of energy of not deserving or not feeling like you deserve something, so you're holding yourself back. It's almost like you're not completely ready to let yourself go. And it's holding you in place here, and it's got some sort of, okay, well, that's really interesting energy. You've locked yourself into something here. You've locked yourself into the energy of something, and it's like you're not, it's got something to do with communication. We do have the devil energy coming through. I don't think that represents a person. I feel like somehow or another, it's like you should be soaring. You should be taking off here, but it's almost like you've got yourself sort of, I almost want to say anchored, and it's because of something that appears to be stopping you from completing a cycle. Let me just get some more clarity on this. See if they'll tell me. I feel like with the Eight of Swords, because this is sort of like the little chariot, you know, there should be fast action here, but it's almost like this sort of energy of being held in place, like you can't quite move forward yet. Okay, now I get it. You've got an Aries here, and you've got the Four of Pentacles. There is still something that holds you back. You may not be really conscious of it at this point in time. I feel like this is Aries energy, Emperor energy, and it's like you just can't release yourself with that Four of Pentacles. And the universe is saying if you can completely release yourself from this, then you have every opportunity of completely realizing your dreams here. So interesting how the Cancer and the Aries card both came up here. But it's like something is still holding you back. I have a feeling it might be fear, but it doesn't feel quite like fear. So maybe it's just not trusting that you deserve something. That's the only other way I can put it. All right, spirit animal. Is this job a springboard to something else? No more readings, please. If you're online, I'm finishing up as close as I can to 1 o'clock today. Is this job a springboard to something else, or is this where you're supposed to be destiny-wise? You're where you're meant to be at the moment. And I feel like here that I feel like you're in the right place at the moment, all right? I think this is where you're meant to be. But I don't think you're meant to be there for the rest of your life, if that makes sense to you. I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles, that makes me feel that there is something really important to learn, do, or whatever from this particular situation. It's like you have something, lessons to learn, whatever it is, and it's bringing you to this point. So this is meant to be there, whether this is when you talk about a springboard or a stepping stone to the next best thing, where you are at the moment is where you're meant to be. And I'm getting the number 5, so I think it may be a 5-year thing. But I see change after that. I feel that you are the type of person that when you completely, Three of Swords with the Four of Cups, when you completely grasp something and you completely master it and it's no longer a challenge for you, then you are ready for the next best thing, which is great because you have the Three of Pentacles here. So it sort of makes me feel that you are definitely on your life path. You are definitely where you are meant to be at this time because of this Three of Pentacles, but you haven't got to the place where you're meant to be further down the track. So if you were saying when you went into this job, I'll make it a 5-year plan, I think that's pretty much where you're meant to be. I feel you are not the person that just sort of will stay in a job forever anyway. I feel that you have just too much to gain from what you can do. So I see you most likely being in this place for about 5 years, and then you will get restless and need to move on to something more. All righty. Oh, holy dooly. Emily, thank you so much. Yeah, it's still going, unfortunately. I've still got quite a bit of stuff in the garage to unpack. It's sort of hard moving into somebody else's home and trying to sort of fit in where you can fit in. You know, even when your person is really sort of generously welcoming you, it's still sort of a little bit different. I think that when you both move together and you move in together, you sort of naturally find your way. So it's a little bit different in this regard, but it's going really well. So let's have a look for general messages for you, Emily. Emily, you have the Star card coming out with the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance card and the Four of Pentacles. Such beautiful energy here. I feel like things around you are sort of slowly changing and moving into place for what you want, but I see you having this really sort of beautiful acceptance. You know, it's like you may have learned to live in the moment. You may be learning to just accept things as they unravel. But I get this sort of feeling here with the Star card and the Wheel of Fortune. It's like I'll just go with the flow. Whatever comes my way, I'll accept. And you're in this beautiful place with the Temperance card. The Four of Pentacles just tells me that you are really comfortable letting go and allowing things to unravel in a way they should. I don't feel here that there's any urgency. It's like you are sort of sitting back and allowing things to grow. I certainly feel that you're in a good place within yourself. If it's something you're waiting for it to come through at the moment, if you're waiting for a result, if you're waiting for something to change, then there doesn't feel this urgency of pushing it through. It's almost like you have become completely at home with just allowing things to unravel in a healthy way. So what I would say to you here is just do what you're doing. Just do you. You know, things are going to come true on your path here. You've got wishes coming true. You've got the Wheel of Fortune working in your favor, and it's all because you're in this beautiful Temperance energy, and I really feel you've let sort of the energy go here. So beautiful, beautiful reading, Emily. Just keep doing you and doing what you're doing. You're really sort of learning to go with the flow is the best way I can put it. All right. Jeanette, what do you mean you're running out of time? You're running out of time? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Okay. Caitlin, a reading for your friend Yvonne in New Zealand. Okay, now I've got it. I was like, okay, what do you mean? I understand it completely. Okay. There's something that needs to be left behind here, and it's something that this person is not recognizing at this point in time, but something's coming into the light here. Something is being shown, but it's almost like, you know, somebody can be in, say, a toxic relationship, for example. I'm not saying this person is, but it could be something like this. But maybe this person doesn't realize they're in a toxic relationship because they're in so far to the abusive energy that they're not recognizing where they are is the right place for them. Eight of Cups, Five of Swords tells me this person needs to walk away and leave something behind. I have the moon here. So it's possible it could be a person, because this is Cancer, Pisces energy, but it doesn't feel like that. The reason I'm saying that is because the Magician is here. So it's like this person needs to move away from something in order to start bringing into their life what they want. But it's almost like they're refusing, or they're not seeing what's holding them back here. I feel like this person has quite a lot of unexpressed emotion, and maybe holding tight. I don't want to say for image, but you know how you don't want people pride. It's like you don't want to see people seeing you go through something. So you hold on to everything. And it's sort of that almost that stiff upper lip thing, you know, I'll be fine, I'll be fine, I'll be good. But really inside you're this sort of spirit is saying molten lava. So you have there's a lot of energy going around inside that is not being acknowledged or expressed. But I feel like this person has to leave something behind in order to manifest what they want. So if this is a relationship or a situation this person is stuck in, they need to recognize how it's affecting their own emotion here. Because by holding on to those emotions, it's holding them back, especially with the 8 of Cups and 5 of Swords. Almost feels like they are worried about moving away because it's become part of who they are, part of the identity. But the Magician tells me things are moving. The Moon tells me that a lot of emotion needs to be let go in order for forward movement to occur. All right, let's have a look what's going on. Whoop. Yeah, that's what I said, Caitlin. That confused me when I first looked up. What? Scott, hello, how are you? Caitlin. Yes. Oh, thank you, Scott. Yeah, we haven't done it. I haven't done a fair at Shore Harbour before, so I'm quite excited about it. Okay, let's have a look. Can you, Ivana? I'm up to Ivana Petrova. Can you see if I tried to connect with my ex Leo and express some feelings, how he will react? It seems he's afraid to come first. I would say to you, you know, if you're going to say something to somebody and it's not going to be received well, at least you've done what you needed to do. And I feel that that is something that needs to be well thought out. So, for example, and I've done it before, I can be quite heated when I'm upset about something or frantic. I feel like I'm a lot better now. But in the past, you know, I've got upset about something. I've flicked off an email without even thinking about it because I've just gone da-da-da-da-da with my feelings and just gone bang. And then, of course, everything sort of hits the fan and I used to wish that I hadn't done it. Why did I react that way? It's that 9-year-old child that never really worked out those emotions out, handled them, which I'm good now. So what I want to say to you is I would draft up a letter for your person, but don't send an email straight away. Right? Draft up what you want to say and then read it again the next day, adjust it accordingly, then put it aside for a couple more days and go back to it. And just see, you know, when you write to somebody, whether it is really objective and whether it's written in a language that they're going to feel comfortable accepting. I feel like sometimes when we do it with a lot of emotion or frustration or hurt or pain or whatever else, and we try to put that in a letter to someone, it just never comes out in a good way. So I feel that you should try to connect with this person. I feel very, very strongly that you do have a lot of love for them. I do feel here that actually I feel like even though you may not be receptive, this person may be receptive to you. I also want to say, because I have the Emperor and I have the Ace of Cups, so there's definitely a really nice energy here. Maybe the best thing you can do after looking at these cards is maybe write something that's very light and friendly. Don't get too much into your emotion. I feel like you've got a lot to say, Ivana, and I don't feel that it's going to be healthy for you to say it straight up. I feel like you need to be who you are and be as direct as you can and as friendly as you can and just trying to engage this person to sit with you face to face, and then you can express yourself better. I do feel that although it feels like this person walked away from you or there was something where there was a sort of separation, I feel in the whole scheme of things this person would be receptive. But I'm sort of feeling with this Queen of Swords energy, you need to be very logical about it and very objective. If you start getting in too deep, this person may be frightened off by that and may not be receptive. So keep it light, keep it friendly, keep it matter of fact. I always think it's really good to talk about something, some sort of memory you have with that person that was funny or light. You could start off with something like that. And I feel that you would get reception then. All right, XO, will the Aquarius and you recognize soon? You're the Gemini. Okay. Okay, will the Aquarius and you reconcile soon? So you're the Gemini. There's still some work you need to do, okay? That's coming across very strongly here. Whenever I see the Devil card and I see a separation in a relationship, I feel like with the Devil card, there is something that maybe you're not acknowledging or seeing at this point in time. And the one thing that comes through quite strongly here is that whole idea of codependency. Now, sometimes people talk about codependency, and I think you need to break it down for people. Sometimes when we love somebody beyond the love we have for ourselves, so we love somebody more than us, we can put them on a pedestal and we can almost worship them rather than understanding they're just a human being like us. There is some sort of energy here that you need to understand your own value, because what's happening here is this energy with the Devil that says to me, perhaps you're not really understanding your own worth. It's almost like this energy of you being able to manifest this really sits in you seeing your own value. How do I explain that in simple terms? You need to be loving yourself the same way you love your person. So if you adore your person, you think they're the most magnificent person on the planet, and your heart aches for them, you need to be feeling that for yourself. And when you can come into that energy, the Empress energy, then you can birth something. So it's almost like this is not sort of coming as quickly as you want it to. So don't waste the time. Really start to understand your own value, because something needs to close out here, and it's got something to do with this Devil energy, and then the wheel will be in motion. But you can't manifest this person in because you're not vibrating where you need to be. So this is about recognizing your own boundaries, recognizing how beautiful you are. Oh my goodness, like I see it so often where people go, oh, he's just so beautiful and he's so wonderful and whatever else. And I say, well, what about you? Oh, no, you are a catch. You are a beautiful person. You are worth loving. And once you get into that energy, then you start to be a magnet for other energies coming through. All right, let's see what's next. So when you're saying, are you going to reconcile soon? I would say to you, don't waste the time wondering when that's going to happen. Start really looking at yourself. Get up every morning and tell yourself how beautiful you are. I have people saying to me, oh, I wouldn't do that. I'm like, really? If you have somebody around you love, just ask yourself, do I love myself the way I love that person? Do I love myself the way I love my children? Do I love myself the way I love this person I love? And when you've got that, then it will start to manifest for you, because your energy is putting out to the universe that you are ready to match something else or to bring something in or to manifest. All right, let's have a look. So we have Scott coming up next. Good. Lynette, keep going. Spirit's saying you are on track for that. You've just got to stay in that energy. So don't give up on it. Oh, you're welcome, Vanessa. All right, let's have a look at Scott. Just messages from the universe for Scott here. Look, I feel, Scott, like you're moving in the right direction. I feel that you're starting to love and respect yourself the way you need to, because I've got the Nine of Pentacles, which for me is always a beautiful card that shows that you are working towards that. But there's a cycle that needs to be closed out here. You've got the Nine of Wands here. So the Nine of Wands for me can sometimes, I mean, I know it talks about the wounded warrior, like looking at things from a more negative perspective rather than a positive perspective. And the universe is saying to you, you need to move forward and not be stuck in the past. You have the World card here. So it's almost like you're still pulling yourself back to the past in some way, shape or form when you should be looking forward. Let me just get a couple more cards for this. I don't know whether you're fixed to an idea or you're fixed to something that you need to let go of, because you've got this energy here with the Seven of Wands and the Two of Swords, like you're still not really sure you want to let go of something. Something's keeping you sort of plugged in here. You really need to learn how to live in the moment. And I feel like if you can get yourself more in that energy of not worrying about the past or not being drawn back to the past, then you can focus on what you want in your life. But at the moment, it just feels as though you're still clinging to something in the past here that needs to be let go of. Now, the fact I've got the Nine of Pentacles here tells me that you are making progress. But it's almost like you still need to close out that cycle so you can see the way forward. You've got yourself blocked, maybe. Maybe you've got yourself blocked. Maybe some days you're okay and you see forward, and other days you're drawn back into the past. Maybe you still haven't completely got yourself into the new energy yet. I know The Power of Now is a really difficult book to read. If you can get it on YouTube or watch it or whatever else, you might find that a little easier. But when people are stuck in the past, into some of the old energy that they're not discarding, I recommend The Power of Now. And that is about living in the moment. There is no past, there is no future. I'm right here, right now, in this minute. I'm grounded, I'm connected to the soil. The past has gone, the future is yet to be, and I'm where I need to be right now. And that will really help you. And 12:12 on the clock up here. So really try that, Scott. See if that works for you. Or else do meditations that keep you locked into the moment rather than going backwards and forwards. Because while you're going backwards, you're missing out on going forwards. I hope that makes sense. All right. Oh. Okay. Thanks, Caitlin. Jane. Let's have a look. Thank you, Caitlin. I love that, the hands. Thank you. All right, Jane, let's have a quick look. All right. You know, when I look at the cards for you, Jane, I feel like I'm going to repeat Scott's reading here. But yours is a little different. It's almost like you know what's right, you know what's best. It's almost like you can think it all through, you can see it, you have the power to do it, but yet there's no action. It's almost like when things become too overwhelming, you feel more comfortable staying in the old energy rather than moving forward, even though you know everything's there. What will it take for you? Because the High Priestess is here and the Empress here. So that tells me you have the power to do something and you know what the right thing is to do, but yet the Four of Swords is here. So it's almost like you know what's there, you know what you should be doing, but you keep yourself trapped where you are. In regards to advice, you're going to be hit hard here. In regards to the advice that Spirit is giving you here, the one thing I want to say to you is you are the same person no matter where you are. So whether you're in this situation, that situation, over here, over there, you are still who you are. For some unknown reason, there's this energy that makes you feel like if you go or you move into something new, then you're not going to be the same person. That's almost like you become something different. So I have the Temperance card here, which tells me strongly you need to have more balance in the way you see yourself and what you want to have in your life. It's almost like there's a button here that you need to press. So it's sort of like you've got the map, you've got what you need in the way of resources, you have the light like the Hermit, you have everything in balance, but it's like you can't take the step. The Four of Wands is here, which tells me that stability lies within you, not on the outside of you. You can survive something here if you just bring everything into balance. If all of the things around you match what you're feeling inside, then you can do something and you can bring stability no matter where you are. I sort of understand the stability thing because, you know, one of the hardest things I ever had to do in my life obviously was leave my children's father with three very small children, and I was terrified. In the whole scheme of things, I think I was probably maybe about 27, 28, somewhere around there, and I was absolutely terrified. I had no money. The kid's father was a gambler, and I had nothing. And I walked out the door with nothing. All I took was the kids' clothes and their toys. That was it. And I remember looking back at that time, and it blows me away because I've never had to be that amazing before. And I probably look back now and think, I cannot believe how amazing I was at that time. I was terrified, absolutely terrified. Terrified about how I'd move forward, how I'd look after three children, how would I do work, what would I do? But see, this card tells me that stability is within. It's not the material stuff. It's not the stuff on the outside. It's how you feel about yourself. Because the Tower is coming here with the Six of Cups. And that tells me that your past here is like holding you back. And I don't know that that's a person in so much as your own energy. Because you do not here in this energy trust yourself to do what you need to do. So where is your life heading? At this stage, you're not allowing it to head anywhere. You are only allowing it to keep you where you are because you are not wanting any more than that at this point. You can see it, you can visualize it, you know you want more, but you're keeping yourself in that energy of I just don't know how to switch that light on. Everything is ready. You're ready. Everything around you is ready. You just don't know how to take that first step. But I feel like something is changing here. But it's about you getting that into balance. It's about you seeing that the outside's got to match the inside, and then you'll get moving. All right. Let's have a look for you, Sheena. Okay. Is anybody new coming in for you or anybody revisiting? I would say to you here, you do have a new offer on the table. There is definitely an energy that somebody is going to make an offer to you in the near future. Knight of Cups and Page of Cups coming out here. I do feel this is brand new energy because I have the Ace of Pentacles here. But what I also have here is the Wheel of Fortune. So I definitely feel like it's somebody new. I don't feel it's somebody who's been here before. I do have very, very strong energy around somebody who was in your past that you may have had a connection with, who may be in another connection here. And I don't feel that they are either ready to return at this point or ready to come back in. Could be a Capricorn here. But I do feel you've got a brand new offer on the table. Now, for me, this is very much this sort of cups energy. And that sort of makes me feel it's around that Cancer season. So we're looking at June, July here. But definitely a brand new offer. It could be a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel like this person will want to build with you. And I feel like you're ready to move forward. So there is definitely feeling like something from the past is still in your thoughts, but you may have already been able to either separate from that or move forward from that. And I feel like you're opening the door for someone new. I feel like you've already got the door open. All right. Good luck with that, Sheena. Okay. What does Chanel Libra think of you, Gemini? Let's have a look. You're very welcome, Emily. Ah, that's all right. That's okay. Aprilia. That's okay. We had that last week. It's hard because we're saying no more readings because it still takes me a little while to finish off the ones that are there. So if I cut it off at 1 o'clock, I know I can finish in time. Okay. XO, honestly, it's okay. As long as I get all the readings on board by 1 o'clock, I can finish by 1:30, which is what I'm really aiming for. So, okay. Aprilia. Okay. I feel like this person sees you as a lot of fun. All right. So there's this energy of seeing someone as very alive, full of life. And you may have a great sense of humor, for example, but this person feels very engaged by your fun side or your light side. I feel like you're dealing with someone, though, who is either reluctant to make an offer or reluctant to come forward because of their own past or what's been happening before for them in the past. I really feel here this person actually feels a very strong connection to you, but is not ready to act on that. I do feel they will going forward, but at the moment they're just really enjoying the fun side of you. So if you want to bring this person in, if you want to have something more with this person, be really conscious that they are coming from a place where they've had past hurts that they're still working their way through, and they may have a lot of trust issues, for example. So I feel that I want to say to you, just keep being the person you are, because that is what they're really enjoying about you. They love that you're light, that you're fun, that you're a light person. You don't get into anything too deep and too messy. So there's a real beautiful energy around enjoying who you are at the moment. So build the friendship, build that part of what they love with you first if you want something more. But I want to say to you, I feel this person is definitely attracted to you. They definitely love your energy. They love being in your energy. Take it slow. All right. Oh, wow. That's wonderful, spirit animal. Oh, thank you, Aprilia. from South Perth. Beautiful. Beautiful. I will see you soon, spirit animal. Oh, nice. You became a meditation teacher. How wonderful. That's really good. Yeah, Ivana, as I said to you, maybe write something out and just plan what you're going to say. Keep it light, talk about something that happened, really engage him, and then ask if you meet, and then you talk about the more difficult stuff. Yeah, good. I feel that's a wonderful way to go about it. Oh, Sheena's in the UK. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Oh, thanks, Caitlin. I hope you got that, Lenore. We're out hunting for dinner. Oh, funny. Okay. Okay. You're welcome, Scott. I can feel it. I feel that you're doing well, but you sometimes just get trapped in that past energy. Melanie, how you going? Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, I thought he was in another connection, Sheena. I can feel that. Okay. Okay, beautiful, Jane. I'm glad that hit home for you too. Carly, you've come in a little bit late, but I still have a little bit of time, so I'm just going to do your reading, and then I'm finishing up, so definitely no more readings. All right, let's have a quick look for you, Carla. You're wondering where that love is here. You're manifesting it, my darling. You are manifesting it, all right? It is coming. I see somebody coming in here. So the Seven of Cups tells me it's like you're in a real dreamy state because you're manifesting something here. So it's still here. You have the Ace of Cups coming through. So there's definitely a love offer coming in. I feel like here, if someone already has their eye on you, I feel like somebody has already, you could know this person through, thanks, Caitlin. I feel like you know this person already, or you may, if you haven't met them yet, you're about to, all right? It's like it's really, really close. But what I feel like here more than anything is that this person's already got a very strong connection to you. I feel like this love is coming in the next probably 6 to 8 weeks. I do not feel it's very far away. I feel like this person is either ready to communicate to you, and that makes me feel like they either know you or they know of you. You could work with them here, study with them. You may have crossed paths with them, but this person's definitely wanting to communicate something to you. To me, this feels like the offer of a date. All right, so it's not far away. The Ace of Cups tells me there is definitely a new beginning coming. All righty, that is me. Again, thanks you for everybody for joining me. Thank you, Caitlin, for all your good work once again. And I will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Mwah.